Well, good morning, chat. Now, this isn't the crowd stream. That's not until the afternoon. That's 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Kraut will be joining me to explain the history of his 24-hour gay operations. I'm sure it'll be educational for everybody involved as he elucidates on, what gay ops he was running and why he was doing it. Not sure exactly what which direction that conversation's going to go. But our boy Kraut is still scheduled, hasn't canceled out. I know there was some speculation, but if he does, we'll find something else to talk about. God knows there's plenty of shit happening on the internet recently. We've got Ian Miles Chong, hiding from Malaysian authorities after uploading horrific gay porn thumbnails onto poor Andy Worski's account. We've got Tommy C, from what I hear, spurging out on Twitter about somebody named Tipster Gaming. Not exactly sure on the lore on that, but I'm sure there's an interesting story to be told. So lots of different things happening all around. Oh, and then you've got Donga. Can't forget Donga. Donga running his mouth in Tommy C's Discord about how he's a tough guy, and he didn't lose that fight with Andy, and Andy won nothing. Because that's our good old donkster. The old dongery-doo. Not afraid of nothing, except actually showing up to the fights that he schedules. Apparently that's the one thing that's his kryptonite. Backing up his shit talk. That's how you take Superman down. That's the one thing, that's the green glowing rock they can put down our little Native American. How are you doing this morning, chat? How's your weekend treating you? Are we having a good weekend? Did you enjoy your Saturday? Are you relaxing for your Sunday? And of course the upcoming Sunday Fun Day. Oh, I know I see a few people. I had the paste binned, I'm sorry, let me pronounce it how Kraut would. Pate binned stories that I was going to be reading. I put that off for another day. I did like 8 streams in the last week. And I woke up today and I played video games and I was like, I don't fucking want to do that today. I've got to deal with a YouTube academic. I need my rest. All right, it's game day coming up. This is a big game. All right, I'm playing against YouTube Academia University. All right, and I need to be at my peak. I need to be rested and ready to take them on the field of battle. Because we've got some big fucking thinkers over on the other side. We got Jeff Holiday, Waz Lee, Dralasta, number 47 on the team, if you know what I mean. David Shitrat, Kraut himself, lots of people playing for that team. You got to be careful out on the field. Never know what's going to happen. Don't want to get an injury. Don't want to get tackled. If they could muster up the energy to do that somehow, I'd be shocked. If we all remember when Kraut talked about his construction job, that lasted a good week before he realized doing physical things is physically taxing. Difficult to keep that up. People saying Kraut's not going to show. I think you were doubting him too much. I think he's going to show up. I'm sure he's got his game plan in order. I'm sure he's ready to roll. And again, if not, there's other things to talk about. Apparently, Alt Hype is taking shots at JF Gierpe. Did a stream with Halsey today. So there's that as well. Lots of fun things on the internet. Remember to smoke into the microphone, Jim. Kraut will appreciate it. I'm sure he will. I'm going to buy a whole fucking carton of cigarettes in preparation for ya boy Kraut and our big streaming day. You're going to hear lighters going off nonstop. Just this the whole time. Oh, I'm sorry, Kraut. What was that? I can't hear you over the sound of my lighter. Sorry, Kraut. Just 1 second. Oh, God, I love cigarettes, Kraut. Oh, my God, these are delicious. Hold on, Kraut. Sorry, my lighter's not working. What were you saying? Hold on, just 1 second. I'm sure it'll go well. I'm sure Kraut's going to fucking love it. Hopefully it doesn't make him start smoking again. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Put my game plan out ahead. I'm pulling an Andy Worski. I'm telling you my super secret plan ahead of time. Just a lot of lighter flicking. Not really too worried about it. But we'll go over the history of what Kraut did. The history of my videos. Get his perspective on it. and then blow his perspective right out of the fucking water. But I'm willing to let the boy have his say. Maybe try to talk some sense into him. Get him to at least get a better cadre of individuals to hang out with. He's hanging out with some bad hombres. And by bad, I mean just inept. They're incapable of actually pulling off any gay operations with any effectiveness. Maybe if Trout had thrown in with a better crowd, he might have accomplished something. But as it is, the people he's been working with, I think might be mentally handicapped. Actually, legitimately retarded people. And every time he comes up with a plan, it blows up in his face. Well, we'll cover the history of that later this afternoon. All the way from the end of 2017 up until, I guess, Black Pigeon Speaks and the whole upsetty spaghetti thing. Let's see what he has to say in regards to that. Crowd suicide in 5 minutes. Just not able to handle it. He's just going to back out, is he? Oh, Donga wants on. Check smoke signals. Duh. Maybe he finally burned his trailer down in shame. I don't know if that's a smoke signal saying, hey, Jim, I want on your stream. That might be, hey, Jim, I can't go on living because I'm such a giant bitch-made pussy. And the entire internet won't stop laughing at me. Even as I do multiple streams about things nobody cares about. From my wrestling podcast to, what the fuck is it that he's doing? He's got another one now. Jazz hands or some shit? I don't know what the fuck it's called. He's talking about radio, maybe? Still pulling in 40 viewers, 32 of which are mods in his chat. Can't say anything mean. If you say anything mean, he's going to get upset and he's going to pull the plug. Kick you out of there. Just like he threw people off Discord today when they were making fun of him. He didn't like that very much. People started getting banned. Still running his mouth, talking about how tough he is. I don't know how you could do that. I don't know what kind of disconnected reality you're living in. When you plan a fight and don't show up for it, and then try to act like you're not a complete bitch. But I guess that's the world of Tonka trucks. It doesn't need to be a functional reality like we live in. It can be a delusional one that he's set up his little wigwam in. He's got his little teepee, and he's tenting out there, camping out in the wilderness of insanity. Doesn't give a fuck. Doesn't have to make sense. He's got your boy with him. Failure may have told him too much, so he threw him out of the tribe, but doesn't matter. He's still got Thrax, the obese otherkin that writes erotica about his mother's milkers. That's the guy you want on your team. Geez, who am I going to fight the internet with? Let me think. What allies would really help me in this situation that I've worked myself into? I know. I'll get the guy who weighs 500 pounds and smells like balls, dresses up as a dragon, and wants to fuck his mommy's titties. That's the guy I'm going to have in my corner. That's my ringman. That's the guy I'm going to go to a fight with. Nobody will make fun of me now. Victory is assured. And backup. I need some backup, so I'll get some chick that LARPs as a wolf. Fat obese dragon, cat lady that thinks she's a wolf. That's my team. We're ready to go. It's the A team. The A stands for autism. Not like the 80s cartoon or 80s TV show. No. We're actually autistic. That's the entry barrier to getting onto my team. Split cock. Oh, I am going to ask him. I will say this, crowd. Maybe if you listen to this, to prepare yourself for tomorrow. Be prepared, because I'm going to ask you the history of how exactly you injured your dick. You act like the Joker with that, with his "How did I get this scar" story. Everybody gets a different tale of how you split your cock in half. Was it an axe-related accident, like you've told people? Did the little kids in elementary school kick your dick so hard that it split in half? I've heard like 5 variations of the story. We're going to get the deep lore tomorrow. I'm going to have him explain succinctly and clearly how it is his dick got chopped in half. I think we need to understand the true story behind it, just to be able to be at peace with ourselves. Maybe Tilly Law will show up. Will that be his second in command? I did say that he could bring somebody. Now, he said he didn't need anybody, so maybe he doesn't show up with anyone. But I'm ready. I'm ready for little upsetty spaghetti to show up, or Jeff Holiday, or I should say Jeff, check out this tattoo. Doesn't mean anything Holiday. He can show up to Drolasta if Zim wants to. I'm ready. I'm good. I'm geared up for it. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm just checking Twitter just to see if just to see if he's said anything of note today. He was, I guess, surprised about what happened to Ian Miles Chong. Be careful where you talk about Ian now. There's certain websites that don't want you to talk about him, like Kotaku in Action, dedicated to ethics and journalism, defending an unethical journalist. Who saw that coming? But no, the mods they've been very upfront and saying that the admins won't let you talk about it because the woman that leaked the audio of him, actually admitting to doing it for malicious purposes, she's not famous enough, so it doesn't count. That's what Kotaku in Action said. That was their stance on why they took the thread down talking about Ian Miles Chong. The person that gave the evidence, not famous enough. Doesn't matter. They're a nobody. You need to be verified for them to trust and verify. So you need that little blue Twitter check mark. I don't know how that works, but okay. I suggest any game journalists in the future that want to do underhanded things only target people with Twitter accounts that have less than 1,000 followers, because then nobody can talk about it. It's been unvetted. It's not allowed to be discussed. Yeah, that is how that works. That's what I've been told. That's the judgment from on high as far as this goes. Now you could put two and two together and say, hey, didn't Ian Miles Chong used to sell influence on Reddit? Didn't he know a lot of people in administration and moderation? Are they covering for him? I don't know. Not really interesting. It's just e-celeb drama. Okay, it's just bullshit. Who cares about the game journalist who targeted a game developer and the co-founder of a gaming channel and tried to get him swatted by saying he was psychotic, high on drugs, and had guns? And uploaded gay porn thumbnails, hey? To try to get his channel struck down? All because he was upset about a video criticizing him? Not something we want to talk about on Kotaku in Action. Clearly, our subreddit is dedicated to things not related to gaming journalism. Let's talk about puppies and ponies instead. All right? She is not reliable enough, even though she has concrete evidence to which Ian Miles Chong has admitted is real and is him, and he really did say that. Just can't admit it. Not allowed. I think that's how the court systems work. When you come into court to give testimony against somebody, the judge says, excuse me, how many Twitter followers do you have? Because we can't allow you on stand unless you're at least a certain amount of popularity to you. Otherwise, you need to get the fuck out. Just walk away. Get the fuck out of my courtroom. If I don't see an Instagram with like 40,000 followers, you are not allowed in this courtroom. Get the fuck out. Fairly certain that's how that works. What? Yes, this is pre-recorded. I am fighting with Donka right now. I thought, hey, could I do a pre-recorded stream that's better than his? And then, of course, the realization hit that, yeah, I could, just as long as I had at least, one less minute of dead air than he did, which is pretty easy to accomplish, considering he does 4-hour-long streams that are comprised of 3.5 hours of dead air and 30 minutes talking about gay men wrestling with each other in the ring. I think it's something we can. It's a mission we can win. We can go out there and achieve it. I see a few super berries have fallen from the sky. Let me read those, because I'm not allowed to collect any when Trout comes on. That was his one condition. No money making, Jim. Not allowed to get any dollary dues from what you're doing. I'm fine with that, because I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to hear what he has to say for a couple of fucking super berries. I'm down with it. From Polly the Polar Bear. This time is 1:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is how long it takes for Jim to read a $100 donation. Second $100 donation from me. Well, fantastic. Mr. Methnostate. Anal agendas are afoot. Gay Opper. We need to use your tennis court for a post-Super Bowl political shrimp party. I hope your catering staff can adhere to our strict dress code of a purple tank top and a collapsible top hat. Thanks. And again from Polly the Polar Bear. Jim, if I donate $100, will you even notice? Also, what the fuck is with Tramp Vanny? Vamp Tranny sticking by him? I don't know. From what I understand, your boy decided to stick it out with the donkster because he offered to buy her some functional teeth. He said, hey, poop tooth, I'm going to take all $3 I make per stream, and we're going to fix that abomination. Because I love you, baby. Now come to my wigwam with me. From Dendo, get a Zippo lighter. Well, a Zippo lighter is great, but it doesn't make the sound a Bic makes, which is the sound that I want to drive Trout insane with. That's the important bit. Mr. Curie, that smoke killing you yet? Nope. Give it some time, though. Lord Akira, Jim, they announced Remake 3, and the thought of Nemesis Tentacle raping Jill in HD makes my rod stiff. Is this okay, or should I seek help? Please help. I need a diamond cutter to get rid of this thing. I'm just glad they're remaking 3. It feels like the one entry that just keeps getting forgotten. I know they did some port jobs at the time when it came out, but there's a remake of fucking everything. There's an HD version of fucking everything, but 3 just kind of sits there, eating shit in the corner like a redheaded stepchild nobody loves. I've been waiting for 3 to be remade. I want them to remake Dino Crisis. I want them to remake a lot of fucking series, to be honest with you. I mean, the Silent Hill remake was awful. Just terrible when they put the trilogy together and did the HD version of that. I think Twin Perfect did a video series talking about it. And they fucked up everything. The textures, the models, the fog effects, the music, the sound effects. They're swapping shit around. They're getting new voice actors, rewriting the script. It was just atrocious. I'd like to see some good remakes. The first guy from the first thing. What we talking? Carp, bass, walleye, sunfish, tuna, sailfish, jellies, flounders, salmon, yellowfish, or gar? Well, we're talking about trout, obviously. That's what's on the menu, boys. Some delicious trout. Soon be soon. Please check the Sonic Galaxy 3 forum. You won't be disappointed. Well, we can take a look at that tonight. And Suk Havit. Mumkey Jones is going to break your bones. He knows what you're talking about. He's going to stats, A homegrown stone-cold, balls-out killer. And a no-doubt thriller. Living in the back alley of a distillery. Okay. Well, that's some deep shit. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Mumkey's on his way. Gonna fuck some shit up. Gonna fuck some shit up hard. Read a few more of these. Well, maybe go take a look at Sonic Galaxy 3. See what's up with that. People, I saw a few messages on social media saying I should check it out. Let's see what's going on. Bacosis. I butchered your name, but okay. Of course, the communist doesn't want you to make money. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, if I was, dead set on making the most amount of money that I could make, I wouldn't be streaming on Stream Me. No shit, you make no money here. I think that's because it's a young platform and it's still growing. I think the contest helps, for people that are just starting out and want to try to make cash. So I know the leaderboard is a big deal to a lot of people. But yeah, compared to YouTube, I make nothing over here. So I wouldn't be here in the first place if that was my sole goal. Trumplet 2016, Forbes reported the FBI is investigating Discord for cybercrimes. Hashtag Jim knew. I don't trust Discord for shit. Discord is, you're playing with your life. It's Russian roulette. Discord is just all sorts of goddamn trouble. And I'm fairly certain I heard that somebody on their trust and safety team, somebody who makes the big decisions, is a furry that's into cub porn. And that furry gets very upset if you talk badly about furries or cub porn, and will shut your Discord down or go after you. I can't tell you how accurate that is, but that's what I'm hearing. The Omen Ogre. This is only a $5 donation, and Jim read it. Suck it, Pulley the bitch bear. OG Phantom. Jim, here's $5 towards a pack of camels. Please make sure Kraut hears you lighting one up. Sweetie Squad, rise up. Gay Opper. Please call SPCC. This is not a gay op. I like listening to SPCC. It reminds me of ventrilo harassment. It reminds me of prank phone calls. I like that shit. It's fucking funny to listen to. People have asked me to go on his stream before. I don't want to ruin it. He's good at what he does. He's funny at what he does. He doesn't need other people on his stream to do it well. I just want to be able to sit in the audience and listen to funny shit, which SPCC provides. And finally, Mr. Curie, Kurt Russell, Thrive to Survive is the game Hope to Survive, plain and the same. And then we've got a little emoticon face. So people are saying Sonic Galaxy 3, go take a look at it. Let's see what abomination has happened to our favorite website that Daniel created. Why do I have a feeling this is going to be a regrettable decision? We'll find out soon enough. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up and show it to the chat here. Let's see what's going on over there. What did you guys do to this poor fucker's site? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, we can do this. Danny, what is going on? Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up on stream. Where? Hold on. I'm trying to get it full screen for you guys. Oh, Danny. Danny's embraced his leadership role. Okay, you need to understand, gamers are rising the fuck up. So let's take a look. Let me get chat opened up here too. And get everybody on here so we can all enjoy this. There we go. I don't know if you all remember what it used to look like, but it definitely looks different now. Got a few more members too, 106 members in total. Looks like Danny's decided to put a new banner up. Gamers rise up. Gamers rise up. Got a bottom text on there. And we see our brave Naruto fan sitting in the middle. And then I guess Danny has embraced it. Sweetie Squad, daily grooming sessions by Papa Jim and discussions about Mr. Metokur. I'm amazed. We've got a message here. Hello, Jim. You're a nigger. Danny got hacked, if you can call it that. His password was Sonic. No joke. Yeah, better OPSEC, Danny. Maybe don't, name your password Sonic when it's a Sonic-themed fucking website. Might be a good clue to go through. What's going on in the chat room, I wonder? The best kind of music? Oh, we're having a chat in here. Amy Rose is the girl of the forum. Everybody loves her. Everybody loves that pink whore. Danny. Oh, my boy. Danny highlight reels. Oh, I suppose this is where you post the best Dannys that you have. Is Danny aware of what's happened to his forum? I don't know. It seems like new management has taken over. Amy Rose is now in charge. And I think Amy Rose is just going to approve every single new member. I can't say 100%, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think Amy Rose doesn't give a fuck. Amy Rose had enough of Danny talking shit, so she put her foot down. She said, okay, motherfucker, you want to call me a whore, do you? I'll show you what happens when you call Amy Rose a slut, buddy. Oh, my boys. What is going on over there? Danny rose the fuck up. Fought the oppression. We live in a society, Danny said, before rising the fuck up. I'm just having a celebration cigarette here. Oh, banner suggestions. Oh, they've got a banner suggestions just with the title Nigger Cock. Make the banner a picture of a big throbbing nigger cock. That is all. Thank you for your time. I guess the new management wants a big black dick for their banner on this website. Can't say that. What? Okay, I have to pull this back up. Sorry. Looks like some of the subreddits have changed. Or subreddit, sub-forums, whatever. Tonka Saw's victories. Tonka wrestle big for you guys. New thread for each victory. No entries. So we know this is legit. That's Tonka's victory sub-forum. No entries because, of course, he has no victories. $1 Million Extreme. Culture of Critique. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is going in a different direction, I feel, than it used to be. Not sure what happened to Danny here. But he has embraced it. He's just rolling with it. In fact, I think he fake hacked himself just to be one of the boys. We liked his videos and signed that petition. He loves us now. Who said that, by the way? Go take a look at this. Soon be soon. Brilliant suggestion. Thank you. Go check out Sonic Galaxy 3 forum. You won't be disappointed. I was not disappointed. Soon be soon. That was a very entertaining thing to watch. Oh, Danny. Danny just wants a forever friend. All right, I highly suggest you all hang out at his forum and offer to be his forever friend, because that's all he wants. He wants some companionship. I don't begrudge him that. Kev and the guy from New Hampshire, and I can't remember, Kai, I think was the other one, all betrayed him. All he wanted was a forever friend. Why can't you be his forever friend? He just wants to have sleepovers with you and do things, guy talk, all that fun shit. But you guys just wouldn't do it. Had to be mean to poor little Danny. Won't be his forever friend. So what should we watch tonight? Now, there was a movie that came out. If I can find this. There's a movie that came out about gay conversion therapy. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before. It's a thing where they pray the gay away. South Park did an episode on it. But I don't like to pay to watch movies. And there was a really shitty Vice documentary about this. And so I watched a little of the Vice documentary earlier. I know Vice, right? But I don't think this therapy approach is going to work. Now, we could watch it, and maybe you'll pick up on what I picked up on as to why this particular variation of gay conversion therapy is ineffective when it's run by some of the gayest men on earth. Bit of a spoiler there. But I thought we could kill a little time with that. I don't know. You tell me, chat. Maybe I'm off on a wild goose chase here. All I can promise you is it's fabulous. So it's complete. Danny wants on. Check Twitter. Well, shock the gay away. Okay, let me pull this up. Let me get this ready. I think you all are going to pick up really quick on why this therapy is not going to work very well for these people. I was laughing pretty fucking hard earlier when I was watching this. So let's pull up the Vice documentary talking about why the gay conversion therapy is not hitting home. I think they might have missed the biggest issue on why it's not working. We'll find out. There we go. We went to gay conversion therapy camp. Well, of course you did, Vice. I mean, you work for Vice. You should be there.
Look at the outside of this man. Look at his physical appearance. Look into this man's heart. Look into his soul. Now look more deeply.
I feel this emptiness inside me every time I look into the mirror. The impulse I want to do is just punch that mirror because I can see my fucking parents in the background just staring at me and doing nothing as I've gone through this my entire fucking life. And I want to scream, what the fuck is your problem? Where were you? Why did you leave me here?
You're correct, Chad. This is actually Ram Ranch. You are about to watch a gay conversion therapy camp run by the gayest men that have ever existed. It is 100% Ram Ranch.
Conversion therapy is a set of dangerous and totally discredited practices that attempt to change the sexual orientation or gender identity of a person. They are often practiced by licensed mental health professionals. Also,
We're gonna skip the boring parts and get to the funny shit, and believe me, there's plenty of it.
and they most often
What is your greatest fear this weekend?
My greatest fear, just not being present and not being here, doing what God wants me to do.
What is your greatest fear this weekend?
My greatest fear is that I will leave without having touched someone else's life.
What is your greatest fear this weekend?
My greatest fear this weekend is letting you down.
My greatest fear this weekend is not color coordinating this gorgeous outfit. Welcome to the straightest camp in Texas. I love this fucking documentary. It's just so ridiculous. This is so retardedly ridiculous. And wait till you see the therapy techniques they use to make you straight. If you think show tunes Just wait till you see what they do. It's freaking great.
Thank you. See the next man.
Everyone is heterosexual. The idea that some people are naturally homosexual or naturally gay is just a social construct. So when you have an individual who has same-sex attraction, we see it as something went wrong.
I want to share their therapy techniques because you're not going to believe me if I tell you what they do. It's just why it's so ineffective.
Thank you so much, men, for your willing to serve. I'd like all of you to put your hands...
Do you hear the fucking pan flutes in the background? I want you to imagine you're some gay dude, and you hate being gay. So you decide to go to this camp in Texas that tells you, we're going to make it so you're not gay. And you're alone in the woods with a bunch of gay dudes with the gayest voices that ever existed. And you walk into this giant concert hall, and there's nothing but pan flute music. As they all ask you, what's your greatest fear this weekend? Just wait to see where this goes.
In your lap. Put your feet flat on the floor. Feel the power of the earth coming up into your body. Close your eyes. Take a moment to breathe. Breathe in your nose and out your mouth.
Yeah, the staff wear a pouch of magic seeds, so it represents Jack's, the seeds that were planted in the Jack story, Jack and the Beanstalk, and
he wears magic beans, or he wears magic beans around his neck. Because I just love the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. This guy wears beans around his neck. That's how he gets the gay to go away.
And the potential for creativity and growth and empowerment that the seeds represent. So once the journeyers go through the weekend, they receive this as a token of their experience. And interestingly, as an aside, in the Jack and the Giant Slayer movie, I was pleased to see that Jack carries his magic seeds around his neck in a little pouch, which was 10 years or more after we started doing it. It's interesting.
Music cue. Good. Stop. Go back to the beginning. Music cue. Perfect. Okay. Go.
The story of Jack and the amazing Beanstalk.
I want you to just take a moment to drink it in. A bunch of gay dudes in the woods who don't want to be gay, and the way they make themselves not be gay is putting on show tunes and doing plays about Jack and the Giant Beanstalk while wearing magical beans around their neck.
Yeah, we use a fairy tale, a myth, the Jack and the Beanstalk story, as a kind of a metaphor for every boy's growth into manhood.
Oh, and I'll give you these seeds.
We borrowed some of the interpretation of it from Michael Gurian's book, The Wonder of Boys, as he talks about and uses it as a model of how this boy, Jack, is estranged from his mother a little bit as he goes off and experiences his masculinity.
Look at it, a phallic symbol.
So the Beanstalk is a big penis?
They're so gay, they can't even do Jack and the Beanstalk without talking about how much the Beanstalk reminds them of a giant, erect, throbbing cock. I don't think this is the best approach to getting the gay to go away. Just going out into the woods with other gay men and running around doing musical numbers and plays about giant penis-shaped beanstalks.
Challenged and faces
Biggest, baddest, meanest.
a giant, which represents his shadow, and that he finds gold, which represents the gold in him.
Golden eggs.
Mythicists call it a hero's journey. So every boy's growth into manhood in some ways is a hero's journey as he battles his shadows and embraces his gold.
Next is Facing the Shadow, B9. Shadow Guide.
Some of the staff, we break them into specific roles to help to bring out different aspects of a man, roles that help men sort of look in the mirror at their own life and understand themselves in relationship to the world of masculinity.
Okay, so see yourself as Jack. Go ahead, start taking.
See yourself as Jack, running from the giant. Running from the shadow. Imagine it pushing through the walls, through your wall of fear and shame.
So I did my...
I don't think that guy got hired for his acting abilities. Now, I can only speculate that the director gave him this role not for his ability to read good, but for perhaps other reasons at the gay conversion therapy camp out in the middle of the wilderness in Texas.
First Journey into Manhood weekend back in 2007. It's probably the most impactful weekend I've ever went on in my entire life. I was never what our society calls gay or homosexual or whatever label we put on it. I am simply a man. If anything, I would always consider myself a heterosexual man with a lot of issues.
Some of those issues being I like to suck cock, and I like men to ejaculate inside my asshole. But I wouldn't really consider that being gay, okay? I'm pretty straight, but I do like to gargle some balls. But society, it's just all twisted up, so I came here to this camp, to Ram Ranch, to get fixed.
Start with Jetty, since he knows this process. So you guys watch Jetty as he models this.
Do you want me to do it like I'm going to do it?
Uh-huh.
I feel anger! And I feel this emptiness inside me every time I look into the mirror.
I don't know where you're storing that emptiness. Is it under the 500 pounds of fat that's around your midsection? Where exactly is that emptiness kept, big guy?
The impulse I want to do is just punch that mirror because I can see my fucking parents in the background just staring at me and doing nothing as I've gone through this my entire fucking life. And I want to scream, what the fuck is your problem? Where were you? Why did you leave me here? The goal of the weekend, Journey into Manhood, is to find where on that journey a step was taken off so that you can find your way back on to it. I felt so empty when I tried to live the lifestyle. It didn't feel right. I wanted to be a husband. I wanted to be a father. And I wanted to be true to that. And I wanted to be true to God. For me personally, what was missing was a father figure. Someone's going to be standing out there.
Really? Okay.
Someone's going to be standing out there. And then as soon as we get big enough groups, the camp will take them up here.
Watching this documentary, it's like watching a documentary about somebody putting together a sports getaway. Like a camp to train kids to be great at football and basketball. But the only kids that end up showing up at that sports retreat are asthmatics in wheelchairs. You feel me? You get where I'm going with this? I don't know. Guys, you're all really gay. You're not gonna undo that. These are some of the gayest men that have ever gotten together in the woods to spend time with each other. Why even try? Just be gay men. You're not going to make the gay go away by doing show tunes with each other in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Really? And you've got this all set up.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Rich actually staffed my weekend, and that was my first time meeting him. And I look up to him very much because he started this organization that's helped over 2,000 men. And I hold him very highly in my mind. I have a fear that I'm not going to become like him someday, and that's my goal. It's the same thing as when I see a father. I want to be a father someday so badly, and I fear that that's not going to happen. It's the same type of thing.
Like as if your body was a sandbag, and the stresses are like sand flowing out your fingers and your toes. Allow yourself to see this and to feel it.
Allow yourself to feel the pan flute music as it moves through you. I want you to sashay the gay away. All right, Vogue for me. It's a musical number, and you need to vogue around the penis beanstalk. And we're going to sashay the gay away.
31 years ago, I almost killed myself over my same-sex attractions. So everything that happened in my life prior to that, sexual abuse, physical abuse, being bullied to half to death, living in fear every day of my life, I realized what I was facing. I put a name to it, and I'm probably queer and homo. I was, oh, you really are a queer, you really are a homo. But I made the decision then that wasn't how I wanted to live. I wanted a wife, I wanted kids, I wanted a normal life, and I set out to go make it happen.
One of the things we deal with a lot here is individual trauma that may have existed, from bullying to more overt acts of sexual molestation or that kinds of thing. There's certainly a higher percentage of men dealing with unwanted same-sex attraction who've been sexually molested.
Oh, wow. Weird. I guess that's a statistical anomaly, huh? The majority of the guys at the gay camp were all molested as kids. I'm sure there's nothing to that.
That seems clear.
Today, I have a job I love. I have people I love that I work with. I have a church I love. I just love every minute of life. And I feel free, completely free, to be the man that I want to be and the man that I believe God created me to be.
Okay. So I watched a good 15 minutes of that earlier, and it had me fucking. I had tears in my eyes. It was so goddamn funny. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. If you're gay, you're gay. You're not gonna fix that doing show tunes. They're gonna be their whole life they're gonna be miserable trying. Just I like the idea of some secretive ram ranch in the middle of the fucking middle of nowhere, Texas. Of just very gay men trying very hard not to be very gay men and failing when they start doing theater plays and musicals. That's some funny shit. I didn't know Vice dealt with comedy, but I guess that is the direction their documentaries are going. So congratulations on that. Yes, chat. That was a very big boy. That was a big guy. It was a very big guy. It was very upset about things. Oh, I had a few more super berries fall from the sky. Let me read a few of these. Metokurist, also thanks for the stream, Jim. Can't wait for the Trout stream. I think he might enlighten or enlist into the anti-gay camp after it, and no doubt he will fail there as well. Giorno Giovanni, can we send Bronx Blogger to this camp? I don't know if they'd accept him. Lord Akira, Donga's trailer wrestling camp for gay cripples and other little boys who feel very special feelings. Nudity is allowed. Again, from Metokurist. I bet there's a lot of gay sex and anti-gay camp. What do you think happens when their lights are out, Jim? I'm going to say what happens is what is in the next one from Coffin Joe. 18 naked fat guys playing flutes in each other's asses at Ram Ranch. I think that might be what's going on in the middle of Texas at the gay conversion therapy camp. Jason G, why do they all look like mundane Matt? Well, that is something we should probably study. Mr. Curie, Jesus wept. Bully the polar bear. Jim, are you not sleeping because of the Midwest storm or what? Please just explain your actions. I've been enjoying, here's the thing I like about Stream Me. One of the reasons I like streaming over here, and one of the reasons I'm motivated to stream, aside from it being subarctic hell outside, is you can use a troll to chat. You don't have to have an account. Opens it up to anybody. You want to come over, you don't have to go through the bother of fucking signing up if you don't want to. So that's always fun. Also, it's more relaxed over here. There's not everybody's, there's not a stick up the ass as far as terms of service. It's pretty straightforward. Just don't dox people or raid other streamers who are streaming at the moment on Stream Me, which feels fair enough. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the early days of YouTube or the early streaming days of shit like Ustream or Justin TV and shit like that, where you could, even Twitch, where you could say whatever the fuck you wanted and kind of do whatever you wanted. So it's more enjoyable. Caleb LL Show. Hey Jim, glad you're back. Appreciate what you do. Consider playing Universim on Steam. It's $30. Also Grimrock 2. Legend of Grimrock and Legend of Grimrock 2. I have both those games. It's weird. People talk about game developers, right? This is one of the reasons I bought their game. The main reason is I like that style, but this is one of the major reasons. They talk about game developers and how they relate to their audience and, how they treat consumers. I saw the guys that developed that game do something I thought was really cool, and they never called attention to it. People eventually picked up on it, but they just did it to do it. And I thought it was pretty nice of them, so I supported them when they made their games. Basically, they had a guy on their forum come forward and say, hey, I really like your game. I see you've only got mouse controls implemented and stuff. Or the way the control scheme was set up, basically, he was saying, can you set it up in a more, in a little bit of a different fashion with a graphical interface where I just have to click the mouse to move rather than hit keys? Because I have a physical disability. I think he was paralyzed. He couldn't move his arms or something. He was using one of those little devices, you blow into and shit. And he's like, hey, I'm not demanding you do it or anything. I understand development is really difficult, and if you ever get the chance, could you put it in? And 5 hours later, the developer responded and said, hey, just want to let you know, we had our guys go in and put that in for you. Not a big deal. Hope you enjoy the game. And you don't really see game developers do shit like that. So they had no motivation to do it. There wasn't a big PR push for them to do it. It was just one guy with a disability who really wanted to play their game, asking if they ever got a chance to, could they put this in to make it so he could play it. And they jumped right on it. They had their developers do it and put it in. And I always thought that was really, really bro tier of them. So I'm familiar with the games. I played the games. I like the developers. Tipster Gaming. Finally got to catch one of these live. Whose ass are we owning tonight, Jim? Nobody. It's just a little bit of a fun stream before the main stream this afternoon with Trout. Dear Grobman. Hey, Jim. Any eyes on Cyberpunk 2077 or Death Stranding? Also, are you planning to drink while talking to Trout? I don't really plan to drink this afternoon. I am looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077. I know, holy shit, they put daylight into a Cyberpunk dystopian game. I get it, but I am kind of looking forward to that. Death Stranding, not so much. I don't know. I don't know how Death Stranding's going to turn. I'm going to have to read some reviews on that before I commit. Dragonzord69, hey Jim, what's your favorite faction in Age of Sigmar? Also, did you see Sargon's missing tooth? Sargon's missing tooth? Did he get punched or something? Did Antifa jump him again? I'm out of the loop if Sargon got into a fist fight and is missing a tooth now. Somebody explain it to me on Twitter or something. Mr. Curry, okay, and then we're back to Kurt Russell. Thrive to Survive is the game. Hope to Survive, plain and the same. All right, I think I'm caught up on Super Berries. I should be. Oh, we've got a few more here. Sorry. Liz Reptile, please kick Kraut to the curb. I will be watching and waiting till he starts the I didn't dock CRP bullshit. I was there. OBS will be running, and I will be tweeting probably more than I want to. It will be fun. And finally, Pulley the Polar Bear. What's with the odd times? Are you frozen in? Are you just excited for the Kraut destruction? I've been streaming very early on Stream Me. Anywhere from midnight till 6 in the morning. Because I'm an insomniac. So it helps to kill an hour when I've got an hour to spare. Works well for me. I enjoy it. We've been watching fucking goofy shit. Looking at Daniel and the Sonic Galaxy forum. Talking about cosplayers. Talking about speedrunners. Looking at Chibi and him sending off dick pics to kids on the internet. Always a heartwarming tale. Just what was the guy that just got sentenced for the child pornography? The YouTuber Austin something or other? I think they said the minimum time in federal prison he'll face even with his plea deal is 5 years. And the maximum he could be facing is 20 years. That was the one that kept asking girls to show him their asshole and to twerk for him. And that blew up in his face in a spectacular manner. Took 3 years. 3 years since he put up his I Am Innocent video until today when he finally entered his plea deal. So he's fucked. I don't know if they're really going to care about how good he is at doing musical covers out on the yard when they find out that he was trying to sniff girls' assholes, essentially, on the internet. So we'll see how that works out. Best of luck, Austin. Don't drop the soap, buddy. That guy's going to be having flashbacks to dropping the soap like a Vietnam vet will. To fucking fireworks going off, thinking they're mortars. So it's not a bright future for Austin. What about the contest, Jim? I see in the chat. Like I said earlier, I was going to do that today, but I just wanted to rest and relax before my Trout stream. Wanted to be nice and fresh for when Trout shows up. But I felt, I told people I would stream something, so I decided to stream now for a little bit. We've been going for about an hour. That'll probably be about all I do. Talk a little bit about gay conversion therapy and call it a night. But again, the Trout stream will be 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Or today, I guess, depending on where you are. 1 p.m. Eastern, Sunday afternoon. There we go. And it should be anywhere from an hour to maybe 3 hours. It depends on what we end up talking about. And I'll be doing that over here, by the way, on StreamMe. So don't worry about having an account to comment. You can just use a troll account and say whatever the fuck you want. So that'll be good times, fun times coming up. Universe Sim, Jim, you can play a cruel god in it. Maybe I will take a look. Maybe I will take a look at what's going on with that. If I can be a dick, if it's like, well, there aren't many games where you can really play a cruel god, are there? But if it's fun, maybe I'll go watch some videos and see what happens with that. All right, I think I'm gonna call it early here. I want to be rested. I want to be ready. Like I said, Trout and his academics are going to be coming at me with their big thinking thoughts, their big boy logic, okay? I'm dealing with the cream of the crop of the skeptics, and I need to be on my fucking A game, guys. So tonight, for me, if you would, instead of rising up like retards, I want you to pray for Jim. I need you to pray for me that I'm going to have the energy and the intellect to handle the big-brained artillery that's coming my way this upcoming afternoon. I know Trout's he's looking for blood. It's been, it's been a year and 3 months? About that. It's been about 15 months of him eating shit. So he's looking for some revenge. This is Trout's attempt at revengeance. So, wish me the best of luck. That's right. Press P to pray for Jim. Oh, God. Oh, it's going to be scary. I'll put up some outro music. Get some rest. Enjoy your Sunday morning. Go to church or whatever the fuck it is you do on Sundays. Remember, 1 p.m. Eastern, here on StreamMe. Trout and T and I will be discussing gay ops from 2017 onward, and we'll finally hear his side of the story. I'm sure it will be as amazing as you're probably imagining it's going to be. I will see you then.